Hey, brothers and sisters, it's me again, Empress Tashina, and I'm just here to share some positive, words of advice. Never be too quick to throw people past in their face, like especially when you know that person has been trying their best to not revert back to their old ways, and it's by the grace of God and His words why they are a new person and trying to live righteous in God's sight. Never know somebody's passing and try to belittle them like they're that same person, especially when they're doing their best to be a greater person in God's eyes. Because something just got on my nerves where there are people who claim they believe in God chastising this individual because of his past, and God done punish him in His own way, and it may not be how we want or believe that person should be dealt with, but God has His own way of teaching His children lessons. Some might go to prison, some might die, some might get severe punishment. So who is us to judge those individuals when they're trying their best to live a comfortable life as possible? Whether they were a murderer, a thief, a pedophile, a prostitute, whatever their sin is or was, I should say, and they're not that individual no more. Who is you or I to throw that past sin in their face when they're not the same person? Because they're not living to please mankind. They're living to please God. And God alone knows their heart and the struggles that they're going through, because they have to deal with that every day until they overcome it and conquer that evil spirit that, got them to do that sin. Behind all of those wicked things is always a demonic spirit. Read the Bible, you'll see the story about, that king and his Jezebel wife who killed a man and took his land from him and gave it to her husband, the king. And God was gonna curse him and her. And what did He do? Pray and fast and ask God to forgive him. And what did God do? Forgave him. But his generation, his own children, got the punishment, the karma land on their children. So nobody don't need to be judging anybody. God have His own way of punishing us when we disobey Him. And for those who He dealt with and they're dealing with the consequence, leave those people alone. Let them bear their bounds. I cannot stand when people do that, yo. It gets on my nerves. But it is what it is. Someone had the nerve to say that God is moving too slow to punish a person or deal with them the way they think they should be dealt with. I feel sorry for those people, but mankind is retarded. Most of them don't have knowledge, the correct knowledge, but it's all right. God is great. Jesus is Lord, as always and forever. Amen.